Imagine stepping into a world where one glance, one laugh, one moment of judgment shatters lives forever, right here in the bustling streets of New York or the rainy alleys of London. What if the stranger you mocked today was the key to your tomorrow? Dive into this gripping tale of hidden identities, explosive twists, and raw human truth that will leave you questioning every assumption. If you're in the USA or UK, hit that subscribe button. Now unlock exclusive stories like this that challenge, inspire, and electrify. Don't miss out. Subscribe today and transform how you see the world. In the heart of upscale Manhattan, where towering skyscrapers pierced the sky like arrogant fingers pointing to heaven, the residents of Willowbrook Towers lived in a bubble of privilege, their days filled with designer clothes, gourmet coffees, and the kind of casual disdain that only the truly insulated could afford. It was a crisp autumn morning when Marcus Johnson pulled up in his weathered delivery van, the engine sputtering like an old man's cough as he parked outside the gleaming lobby. Marcus was a tall, broad-shouldered black man in his mid-40s, his skin the rich hue of polished mahogany, dressed in a simple uniform that bore the logo of Quick Ship Deliveries. He hefted a stack of packages from the back, his muscles rippling under the fabric, but his face was calm, almost serene, as if the weight of the world or, at least these boxers, didn't faze him. The doorman, a wiry fellow named Harold with a perpetual smirk, eyed him suspiciously. "You again. Make it quick, buddy. These folks don't like their view cluttered." Marcus nodded politely, his deep voice rumbling like distant thunder. "Just doing my job, sir." As he entered the lobby, the elevator doors opened, spilling out a group of residents. Alina Vargas, a sharp-tongued socialite in her 30s with perfectly coiffed blonde hair and a Chanel handbag dangling from her arm. Her husband, Richard, a Wall Street broker whose tie cost more than Marcus's monthly rent. And their neighbors, the Thompsons era, a stay-at-home mom with a penchant for gossip, and her husband Tom, a lawyer who specialized in corporate mergers, but couldn't merge his own thoughts without a scotch in hand. They spotted Marcus immediately, his presence like a dark cloud in their sunlit atrium. Alina was the first to chuckle, covering her mouth with manicured nails. "Oh look, another delivery guy. Must be from the hood, right? Probably blasting rap music all the way here." Richard snorted, adjusting his cufflinks. "Yeah, hope he doesn't scratch the marble with those boots. These types always do." Sarah joined in, her laugh high-pitched and forced. "Remember last time? That one tried to use the resident elevator." As if. Tom grinned, leaning in. They laughed at the black delivery man, he whispered mockingly, echoing what would soon become the title of their nightmare. Marcus overheard every word, his ears attuned to such barbs after years on the job. But he said nothing, scanning the packages for apartment numbers. He rode the service elevator up to the 15th floor, delivering a package to Mrs. Abernathy, an elderly widow who always tipped generously and called him dear. "Thank you, Marcus," she said with a warm smile. "You're a lifesaver." He nodded. "My pleasure, ma'am." Back in the lobby, the group lingered, their laughter fading into casual chatter about weekend plans, yacht parties, Hampton's escapes. Little did they know, Marcus wasn't just any delivery man. Born in the Bronx to immigrant parents from Jamaica, he had clawed his way through life, earning a scholarship to Harvard where he majored in computer science. But life threw curves, a family tragedy. His mother's illness forced him to drop out and work odd jobs. Yet, in secret, Marcus had built an empire. Under the pseudonym Tech Phantom, he was the founder of Phantom Innovations, a cybersecurity firm that protected Fortune 500 companies from hackers. His net worth, over $500 million. The delivery gig, a hobby, a way to stay grounded, to observe humanity's underbelly. He drove off that day, but the seed was planted. That evening, Alina hosted a cocktail party in her penthouse, the group reconvening with flutes of champagne. "Did you see that guy's van? Looked like it was from the 90s. Richard joked. Laughter erupted again, but as the night wore on, Tom's phone buzzed. A urgent email from his firm. "What the hell? Our client's database was breached. Millions at stake." Panic rippled through the room. Sarah checked her phone. Her online shopping accounts were frozen. Identity theft alerts. Alina's credit cards maxed out mysteriously. Richard's brokerage app showed unauthorized trades wiping out gains. "This can't be happening," Alina shrieked. Coincidence? Hardly. Marcus, from his modest apartment in Queens, monitored it all. He wasn't the hacker, no, that would be too crude. But Phantom Innovations had flagged the vulnerabilities weeks ago, offering services that these very residence companies had dismissed as overpriced. Now, the twists began to unfold. The next day, Marcus returned with more deliveries, this time overhearing their frantic whispers in the lobby. "We need a cybersecurity expert, stat," Tom said. "I heard of this Phantom guy, reclusive genius." Alina nodded. "But how do we contact him? He's like a ghost." Marcus suppressed a smile, dropping off a package labeled urgent. Phantom Innovations proposal. Inside a dossier, outlining how he could fix their messes for a price. But he signed it anonymously. As days passed, the group's lives unraveled further. Richard's firm faced lawsuits. Sarah's social media was hacked, exposing embarrassing secrets. They hired private investigators, suspecting rivals. One evening, Alina spotted Marcus lingering. "You, delivery boy. Seen anything suspicious?" He shook his head. "Just packages, ma'am." But her eyes narrowed. "Wait, you look familiar." Twist 1. Flashback to college. Elena had been at Harvard too, briefly dating a friend of Marcus's. She had mocked him then, calling him the scholarship kid. Recognition dawned, but she dismissed it. Meanwhile, Marcus orchestrated a bigger reveal. He bought the building anonymously through a shell company, planning renovations that would displace the snobs unless they changed. But deeper twists awaited. Unbeknownst to all, Marcus had a daughter, hidden from the world, adopted after his sister's death. She was now 18, interning at Richard's firm under a false name, Maya Thompson. Wait, Thompson. Twist 2. Maya was actually Sarah's biological daughter, given up for adoption years ago after a teenage pregnancy. Sarah hid. Marcus had adopted her, raising her in secret while building his fortune to give her everything. Maya, brilliant like her dad, had infiltrated their lives, feeding Marcus intel. The laughter from that first day, she recorded it on her phone, hidden in the lobby. Now, as crises mounted, Maya accidentally leaked the video online, titled, "Privilege Exposed." They laughed at the black delivery man. It went viral, millions viewing the group's mockery. USA and UK media picked it up. BBC headlines, "Elitism Unmasked in NYC," CNN, "Racial Bias in High Society." Their smiles faded as jobs were lost, friends distanced. Alina confronted Marcus in the lobby. "Who are you really?" He smiled. "Just a delivery man." But then, the grand twist. Marcus wasn't seeking revenge. He was testing them. Phantom Innovations wasn't just a company, it was a front for a philanthropy network, helping underprivileged kids. The hacks, simulated by his team to teach lessons without real harm, funds stolen were donated back anonymously. He revealed himself at a building meeting, suited up, flanked by lawyers. "I am Marcus Johnson, owner of this tower, founder of Phantom." "You laughed, but now learn, I'm also your savior." Gasps echoed. Richard begged for help. Sarah recognized Maya, tears flowing. "My daughter." Twist 3. Maya wasn't just adopted. Genetic tests arranged by Marcus showed Tom was the father. From a fling, family secrets exploded. Alina, humbled, apologized. "We were wrong." Marcus forgave, but with conditions. Community service, diversity training. The story spread, inspiring change. Marcus retired the delivery van, but kept the lessons. In the end, their smiles returned not in mockery, but in gratitude. Yet, one final twist. Marcus had a twin brother, the real hacker, seeking true revenge for past wrongs. But that's another story.